See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He finds his man Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the Eagles at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that you're open week comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding, but he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On third down, Ryan. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll run with Sanders, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one. No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Pickett will look to throw it here. Setting up the screen, Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here comes Westbrook. 21 yards. Well done on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Take it at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Westbrook now on the return. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pickett now from the gun here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So maybe some signs of life where this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return an interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A give running left. It's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Here's Austin. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll buy some time right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will cut the lead down to 13. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again, Ryan.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Try to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Ryan.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
221 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Here's Ryan to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Ryan.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Kelly is on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again.
Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They run for it with Harris. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he?
Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the pass.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation looking for...
As Sanders has it pumped free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Again, it's Harris. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is...
And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. And the Eagles hands team able to... And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
My goodness, 225 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Sanders.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Sanders. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands.
Pickett lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now Pickett.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy.
Petty, don't matter. As that teller tatter, I pray to God they rather